Hey guys, momentaijankguy here, bringing you a brand new deck profile. I wouldn't say new though. I would say it's more of an update profile from way back, maybe like a year or two ago, I think. So it's gonna be an updated list on Chessmon. So the idea came from my friend. She was like, "What do we do? Is these cards in this deck?" But she's like, "But what do you put in Chessmon because the colors match?" So I thought of some stuff and it works pretty smooth. I have been using it on the Digimon simulator. But I finally was able to update it in real life, and so it basically plays the exact same, and it does have a lot of synergy, but it is a very pretty much like memory hungry type of deck. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. Chessmon update. So it's gonna be 4 of these Upamon. So we're only playing 4 eggs. So this card says during the opponent's turn, while this Digimon has 2 or more colors, it gains blocker. So every Chessmon has 2 colors. So that means you will always have a blocker. So even if you evolve to the rookie, it'll have blocker. Now let's get to the rookies. So we are playing 4 of the Pawn Chessmon. This is the and then we're going to be playing 4 of the other Pawn Chessmon. So an easy way to remember this is that if it has an inherit, the effect activates on your turn. If it doesn't have an inherit, it activates on the opponent's turn. And also by the colors too, white is your turn, gold is their turn. So they both have the effect on deletion. For this one, on your turn, you can play a Chessmon in its name, Digimon that's level 3 from your hand without paying the cost. But if you have 8 or more cards in your trash that have Chessmon in their name, you can increase the level by 2. So on deletion, this can play a 5. Same with this one, vice versa. On the opponent's turn, you can block the die, play their copy of this. And then same requirement, if you have 8 or more cards in your trash that have Chessmon in the name, you can increase the level by 2. So we're playing 4 and 4. And for the last rookies, we are playing 4 of the promo Armadillomon. So this card is very nice. It searches out the entire deck except for like the Tamers and this card essentially. So on play, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 black or yellow card with 2 or more colors, and 1 Tamer card with Cody. That part isn't, and it searches 1 color. I'm running one of it. Put it to your hand, bottom like the rest, and then end of your turn is this Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand. So that's the main reason why we're running it, because it searches and it allows you to end of turn DNA. I was debating about like trying to fit in some Salamons, but the Salamon doesn't really do anything except for DNA. But I'm still debating about it, but so far it's been pretty fine. So we're only running 12 rookies. And the only downside to these rookies right here is that they both evil for 1. They do not evil for 0. That is the unfortunate part. Now we're going to move on to the 4s. So we are running 4 Night Chessmon, and we're running 4 Night Chessmon. Same vice versa, your turn, and then the opponent's turn. So these are sort of like pretty restrictive. So on deletion, if it's your turn for this Night Chessmon, is you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon with Chessmon in its name from your hand without paying the cost. And it has reboot for the inherit, which is super nice. So basically, you can play another copy of this, or the rookie from your hand for free. And this one is on deletion. You can play a level 4 or lower Chessmon from your hand or lower. So both very nice cards, but they're okay. But I like them a lot. This deck's pretty fun. And for the last card, this is basically because we run Joggers in the deck now. We are running 2 Sukamon. So Sukamon is searchable off the Armadillomon, which is funny enough. And main reason why is because it's a 3 cost. That's a level 4. That's black and yellow. And it's pretty generic. And also it evils for 2. Both of these evil for 3. The evil for 2, it has Chessmon in its name for level 3. So that's super nice. But it's also basically using like hard play, and then you can DNA. And the security effect is that it plays itself, and the inherit is on deletion. One of your opponent Digimon gets minus 3,000 for the turn. Now next on to the 5s. So we are playing 4 Rook Chessmon. So I'm not playing the other Rook Chessmon, because I do want this deck still to be pretty defensive. That way, when I have blockers, I have enough I always have a board essentially, which is why I'm playing the more of the opponent's turn Chessmon effects. So this is the best one for the small lines. So on deletion, if it's your opponent's turn, you can play a level 5 or lower Chessmon from your hand and its name. So basically, let's say you have multiple in hand and they have big bodies, you can block, kill, play another one, block, it dies, play another one, super nice. And then we were playing 4 Shagomons. So this card is pretty insane. It's pretty nice. So a DNA is with a yellow, one, and black. So it doesn't really matter like what's on your field because you're always going to meet color requirements. Has partition. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Partition is a very, very bad mechanic because it requires you to have both correct cards underneath it. So let's say you're playing against Imperial Dramon, which is making a comeback now because all the new support's pretty good. Let's say they strip one of the 4s, you can no longer partition anymore because the card does not say play one of each. It says play one of each one. So it says right here on the bottom, when this Digimon was each of the specified Digivolution cards will leave the battle area other than by your effects or battle, you can spin out the 2 bodies. So that's why it's like whatever's. So when Digivolving, until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon is unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects. So that part's really nice. So even if you hard evolve for 4, you will get that protection, which is super nice. So that means only option cards can get rid of it, or like raid or something like that. But if you're DNA Digivolving, you can place one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or lower level as the number of cards in yours or your security, your or their security stack to the bottom of their security stack. So what's really nice about that is, let's say you're on 1 security, but they have 4 security and they have a level 4, you can choose their security. So you can bottom their level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of their security stack. So it's a super nice card. So yep, we're only playing 4 and 4, and it's been pretty nice so far. One thing I have been debating about doing like 2 and 2, but I feel like for the Chessmon, like 2 of this one and 2 of the one that has reboot, but I feel like it would be pretty inconsistent. Now on to the 6s. We are playing 4 Queen Chessmon. So Queen Chessmon is a very cool card. So Digitals for 3 on top of level 5, that's Chessmon name. So it's blocker. And all turns, when one of your Digimon was Chessmon, his name was deleted, you can unsuspend his Digimon. So essentially, if you have a bunch of weenies, you can swing. Hopefully, it doesn't die in security. Swing, it lives. You swing with the weenie, it dies, unsuspend. So essentially, you can get like a bunch of attacks in, as long as it doesn't die. But it's still very gimmicky. She has a 12k base, which is super nice. And then we are playing the MVP of the deck is going to be 4 King Chessmon. So King Chessmon is what it puts the whole deck together essentially. So when you would play this card from your hand, if you have 8 or more cards with Chessmon in their names in your trash, you can reduce the cost by 8, so I believe it becomes a 5 cost, I believe. Yeah, it becomes a 5 cost. And then on play or when Digivolving, by deleting one of your other Digimon, you may play one Digimon card as Chessmon in its name other than itself from your hand without paying the cost. So I will get to that in a bit. So that means you can play this, Digivolve this. You can, let's see, for example, let's say it's your turn. Wait, oh, yeah, your turn, of course. You can Digivolve into this, delete this, play this, and then on deletion of this, you can play this. So essentially, you can have 3 bodies and you only get 2 at a time, which is super nice. And the reason why the Queen and the King work so well with each other is because of the next card, which is going to be the new Chaosmon. So Chaosmon DNA Digivolves 2 6s that are yellow-black. So the ideal thing is like you can keep turn, or you have the Armadillomon on Digivolve. You play this, kill a body, you play this, end of turn, you can DNA Digivolve onto the Chaosmon, which is super nice. And then if you have the Shakomon, you have partition for 6s and 4s. So essentially, your stack essentially won't die because you're just going to spell the board again. So Chaosmon, what it does? Chaosmon is a pretty insane card. It's really good in pre-release. So DNA Digivolve a black level 6 and a yellow level 6 for free. So it has Barrier, Blocker, Partition level 6. If anybody doesn't know what Barrier is if this Digimon would be deleted in battle, instead of it being deleted in battle, you can trash the top card of your security stack instead. Blocker, we all know what that does. So when Digivolving, Digivolve 3 of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP for the turn. So essentially, this is on Digivolve. You can essentially kill anything because you're Digivolving 3, and then you're just minusing 8,000 from it. So it's super, super nice. And the nice thing about this card too is that you get the full effect even if you evo for 5. So you don't have the DNA to get any bonuses. It's just when Digivolving, the Digivolve 3 minus 8,000 or something. And then it has the additional effect, which is very interesting. At the end of the opponent's turn, you trash the top card of both player security stacks. So it's a very nice card. You chip away your opponent's security without sometimes even having to like swing at them. So it's very, very nice. Because the ideal stack is you have the 2 6s, then you move these out of the way. So you have 2 6s, and then we will get to the 5s right now really, really quick. And then you have 2 4s. Where's the shock one underneath? And like rookies underneath. So if the stack would die and it's like this, which is a really, really big stack. And let's say it would die or leave the area due to an opponent's effect. So you can partition first, spit out this, and then you can partition this. Oh, sorry about that. Spit out this and this. You can then, if you want to, do the on play for the King Chessmon. Let's say you can delete this and then just to play another level 4. Or if it's your turn and they can hit a security bomb, delete this and play something else out, which is super nice. So essentially you get your whole board back. And then King Chessmon will play something as well. Now on to the Tamers. The Tamers is where I'm having like the most issue with the deck. I'm trying to figure out the correct ratios. So right now I'm only running 2 of the Mickey and Megumi Tamer. So this card is on play. You can play 1 Pawn Chessmon, which is the rookie, from your hand without paying the cost. And then when you play a 2-color black and yellow Digimon card, by suspending this Tamer, you can draw a card and gain 1 memory. So it's a very, very nice card. I'm only running it at 2, but I am debating about running it at 3. We are running 1 of the new Cody and TK Tamer. So start of your main phase, it never really comes up. You can play a Armadillo or a Patamon for your hand for free. And then at the end of the opponent's turn, it goes back to your hand. But of course, if you jog risk, it doesn't go back to your hand because it's a new Digimon. And then during your turn, when you would Digivolve into a black or yellow, you can tap the Tamer to gain 1 memory, which is essentially why it's in the deck. Then if DNA Digivolving, you can Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. That second part doesn't really matter too much. I guess the nice part is like if you go in the Shacklemon, you can tap this, you Digivolve, and then shove the level 5 if it was level 6 back to the security. But I am debating about taking this out for another copy of this or running more copies of her. So Maki Himekawa is a fantastic card. It synergizes completely with the deck. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Tapirmon or no Tapirmon, so that part doesn't matter, and 1 2-color black card from among them to your hand and place the rest of the bottom of your deck in the order. So it searches every Digimon in the deck that isn't the Armadillo one, and it's just really nice. And then the your turn effect is it's essentially I forgot the white Tamer, Nokia. When one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a 2-color black Digimon card, you may suspend this Tamer to reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So it's super nice, but I think I might just take out one of these for this or this. I'm still debating which one. And then we are running 1 TK for a memory Tamer because TK is just really good. Look at your security stack, add 1 yellow card, put it to your hand, and then recover 1 if you added a yellow card. And it's a memory setter. And then the last card we are running is going to be 3 defense training. Searches the entire deck. Every card is searchable except for this one. It just helps to take out a lot when you have like incorrect stacks or something. It searches and it helps so you can keep turn and do a lot more combos. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. It has been a lot of fun playing this deck. I have really liked this deck since it came out. I just the Chessmon line is very, very cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you guys next time.